Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a farmer's harvest soup. Basically what it is, it's a end of the year harvest. Everything you have, little bits of. What we're going to do is we're going to throw it in the crock pot, make it a nice soup. Let's get going. First thing we're going to start with, I've got 8 cups of chicken broth. Pour that in. We're going to start with our cabbage, and we're going to try to finely shred it. And you want about a cup. Add that to the crock pot. Okay, next we're going to do our potatoes. I'm doing a sweet, a red, and a russet. You can do any type of potatoes you want. These are just the ones that I like doing for this recipe. And what we want to do is we're going to do them in smaller bites, so 1/2 inch would be good. I should say 1/2 inch cubes. You can certainly do this recipe on the stove. Takes about, with everything in it, takes about an hour to an hour and a half to cook. In the crock pot, you can do it 4 to 6 hours. And yes, I said 4 to 6. You want to do it. You want to cook it on a, if you're home, you want to cook it on a high for 2 hours and then low for another 2 to 3 hours. Now we're just adding our potatoes to the pot. Okay, something you don't see often is turnip. And we're going to cut our turnip. We want it peeled, and we want to also do small cubes, 1/2 inch. Now turnips add a nice nutty flavor to the recipe. I'm only using 1 turnip, but you can use several if you'd like to. They have a nice flavor to them. Okay, now we're doing, I'm going to only do 1/2 of a white onion. You can do yellow. Whew, these onions are strong. I'm going to do 1 red, and it's a small red. Oh my goodness, they're strong today. That's some strong stuff there. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to just stir it, try to get this covered. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is add 2 cups of beef broth. So I want to get some beef broth going. Okay, I'm using Better Than Bouillon beef. And what I need to do is add 2 teaspoons. For every 8 ounces of liquid, of water, you're going to add a teaspoon. I wish we had smell-o-vision for you to smell those onions. They're potent. I'm putting this in the microwave for a minute or 2 so the beef bouillon will melt down. Okay, while that's in the microwave, I'm going to take carrots and celery, and I'm going to cut them up into small bits, chunks. and just bite size. I know you're probably thinking to yourself, chicken and beef? Yes, it really tastes good. Stir that up. Okay. I'm going to just pour this in. We're also going to add to this acorn squash. Now I've cut it, cored it, and now I need to actually peel it and cube it. Okay, what I do is cut off the top. You can cut down the ribs to peel it. When you cut it in half, you want to cut the bottom first, which is down here. Then you can cut it in half because you'll have more of a surface to cut it on. Be careful when you're doing this, whether you use a peeler or a knife. These are very difficult to peel. You saw me use the knife, now you're seeing me use the peeler again. We're going to do smaller chunks, 1/2 inch size. And this is going to be added to our Crock-Pot. We still have a few more ingredients to go. I'm adding mushrooms, and just a few mushrooms. Again, we're just going to slice them up. Cut the ends. You want your mushrooms to be kind of dry when you slice them. It makes it a little easier to handle. We all know what it's like to slice into a wet mushroom. You're all over the place. It slides. Ugh. Okay, into the Crock-Pot they go. And our Crock-Pot is getting full here. Okay, we have a little over a cup of peas. Now I'm adding these to the mixture. You can use fresh or frozen, canned if you'd like. Just a little over a cup of peas. Okay, to this mixture I have 2 cans of fire roasted diced tomatoes, and I'm just going to pour it in, juice and all. And let's see if we might not be able to put more in. Now the last ingredient of vegetable to put in is zucchini, and I'm just going to take, and these were peeled and cut, the ends were cut, and we're just going to do small bite-sized pieces again. Okay, to this dish we're adding our spices, and I'm using a pinch of pepper. A pinch is about a teaspoon. I'm using a handful, which is equivalent to a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. I'm adding a pinch of ground cumin, a pinch of sage, and a pinch of thyme. We're just going to mix all this in. Yeah. No one said I was a clean cook. Oh. Alright, you can splash it all over yourself if you want to. It's okay. Gonna mix all this in. I'm trying to stir it up, trying to bring the stuff from the bottom, the cabbage and everything, and mix it in. Now I'm going to cook this for about 6 hours because I have a very busy day today. This is what our crock pot looks like. Alright, this is going to cook for about 6 hours and we'll see you in a little while. Bye! This is what it looks like.